Hi, good morning everyone. Welcome back again to our lesson for the last week in the first quarter. So my name is Ma'am Ruth, or known as Ma'am Rufiel Cherise P. Dakpana. I'm a grade 10 English teacher and we're gonna talk about evaluating listening text. So let us go back to our lesson last time. So last time we have studied evaluating and making judgment um, about reading text. So, um, so going back, okay, we have two types of judgment. The one is called subjective judgment, and the second one is called objective judgment. When we say subjective judgment, it is a judgment that involves our personal feelings or emotions when we are judging things. The second one is called objective judgment, whereas it is free from our personal feelings or interest. And um, when we say objective judgment, this is also free from personal bias. And we have learned that we can only get an objective judgment when we use a certain tool called rubric. So when we're using a rubric, we are certain that we're not using our personal feelings and we're not biased about certain thing because we have a certain standard about judging things. And last week, we have studied evaluating reading text using um, common indicators in evaluating reading text. Now, my question is, are reading texts rubric similar to listening texts rubric? So if your answer is yes, and that's correct. So why are their rubrics different? Because they are different skills. So reading is very different from listening. So we're gonna venture on that about listening text. So let's move to the second slide. Alright, evaluating listening text. Allow me to read the slide. Listening is one of the most complex skills in terms of assessment. It is difficult to assess listening as it entails careful analysis of every detail of the learning process. So, listening text involves not only analysis of text, but the process also includes analysis of various listening conventions such as fluency, tone, cohesion, and correction. So we're going to talk about fluency, the listening conventions such as fluency, tone, cohesion, correction on the later slide. So if I'm going to ask, which do you think is harder to interpret, listening text or reading texts? So for my personal opinion, I think that listening texts are harder to interpret because you're just not using your eyes when you're watching a video and you're not just using your brains to interpret what's going on with the text, but you are also using your ears to listen very, very carefully as it involves listening conventions. That is different from reading because in reading, you just see the text and you can interpret it using your brain and you don't have to hear something when you're reading. So in listening, you have to consider the speaker's tone, if it's high or not, um, their pitch, and how do they say the words, and such as um, all. So let's proceed to the third slide though. So what are listening texts? Listening texts vary in sources. So if you think that listening texts are just limited to songs, you're wrong. So these texts may come from a song, speeches, conversations, and interviews and the like. A lot of listening materials may be used in listening activities. There are a lot of listening texts. So we have here songs, speeches, conversations, and interviews. And as evaluating listening task or text, require careful analysis. Aside from understanding the concepts portrayed in listening text, other criteria may be used in evaluating listening text. So what are the rubrics or common indicators that we can use whenever we are making judgment or evaluation in terms of evaluating listening text? So here they are. So we have 8 criteria in criteria is an evolving listening, evaluating listening text. The first one is called fluency. What is fluency? Fluency is the speaker's ability to clearly pronounce words with appropriate speed, accuracy, and expression. Next is called tone. When we say tone, these are the feelings or emotions portrayed, conveyed by the speaker, and it is portrayed in a text or a material. The third one is volume. So when we say volume, you have to consider whether the speaker's voice is soft or loud. Fourth is pitch. So when we say pitch, it's different from volume because it refers to the concept of intonation, which is the highness or lowness of the speaker's voice. Number five, it refers speed rather, refers to how slow or fast the speaker is in speech. Is the speaker too slow, too fast, or just appropriate? Number six is called word choice. So when we say word choice, it indicates attitude or certainty. So a word choice is very important in both reading and listening text as it provides clues about what the listening or reading text is all about. So it is a series of hints given by the author or speaker whenever we are evaluating listening text. So it's very important to look at the word choice, whether the words that are used are in what level of formality. Are they casual or are they informal? Or to denote whether the speaker is probably um, a teenager, an old man or woman, or what is the attitude of the story or the poem or whatever text that we are using. Number seven is called cohesion. So when we say cohesion, it refers to the organization of words, phrases, presented in listening text. So cohesion is merely about organization of words. Are the phrases or the stanzas used related to each other? And the last one is called correctness. So it is the rightness or precision, not only in grammar, but this is also an accuracy when we're considering listening text. So I want you to evaluate the song as an exercise. This is entitled White Horse by Taylor Swift. So you can pause this video and listen to the video of White Horse and pause it, and as after listening to the song, you can go back to this slide. Alright, I hope you listen to Taylor Swift's White Horse because it's very hard to evaluate a listening text if you will not listen to it. Alright, so I have here the lyrics and let me read this to you. So, verse 1, say you're sorry. That face of an angel comes out just when you need it to. As I paced back and forth all this time, 'cause I honestly believed in you. Holding on, the days drag on. Stupid girl, I should have known, I should have known. So the first slide suggests the regret of a girl in a relationship because she felt that she shouldn't be in that relationship because she felt stupid all along because of certain circumstances that happened between their relationship. And verse 2, it says here, maybe I was naive, I got lost in your eyes, and never really had a chance. My mistake, I didn't know to be in love, you had to fight to have the upper hand. I had so many dreams about you and me, happy endings. Now I know. So the second verse talks about, it supports the first verse, which emits also a tone of regret that maybe the relationship that she dreamed did not happen in the said relationship. And she said here that to be in love, she said that I didn't know to be in love you have to have the upper hand, you have the to be stronger than the other person. So it is sarcasm because in a relationship, the two people should be equal. Uh, there's no boss in a relationship because you two are loving each other, should be loving each other equally. So she said that it was maybe a mistake and she was carried away all throughout the relationship, and she finally realized that this relationship is not working. And as for the chorus, it says here that I'm not a princess. This isn't a fairy tale. I'm not the one. You'll sweep off her feet, lead her up the stairwell. This ain't Hollywood. This is a small town. I was a dreamer before you went and let me down. Now it's too late for you and your white horse to come around. So this is an allegory to fairy tales because I mean there's no specific person for an allegory, but she associated the song to a fairy tale that she thought that there will be a happy ending in a relationship. She thought that she will be treated as a princess. She thought that she would have a very good future with this um, relationship with the person that she's in love to. But then the opposite happened. She was not a princess, and the relationship isn't very fairy tale like. Um, she was a dreamer before about a good future of them having been together in a relationship, but everything went down because of certain problems in that relationship. And it is entitled White Horse because he associated the person, the addressee, as a prince who is with a white horse, a Prince Charming, but that at the end of the song that didn't end up being really the man didn't end up being a Prince Charming really at the end, because Prince Charming usually saves in the story, usually saves um old maids and something like that, saves women, to show chivalry, but it is the opposite in this song. So he may be a prince, a handsome one, but he wasted a relationship with this girl by not treating the girl right, just like a princess. So let us evaluate the song using fluency as the first criteria. So in here, we have to bear in mind, is the singer's pronunciation accurate? Did she commit any mistakes? So the singer is fluent with the pronunciation of words because she is a native speaker of English. Taylor Swift is an American pop star. Second is tone. What is the emotion being portrayed in the song? The emotion portrayed in the song is sad because it is all about the girl who was treated wrong by the man she truly loves. The next one is volume. Is the speaker's voice soft or loud? So the singer's voice is soft. She sang the song in a soft manner as the song wanted to emphasize its sadness. Next one is called, the next criteria is pitch. Is the speaker's voice high or low? So the singer's pitch is low for she wanted to maintain the mellow vibe of the song. The next criteria is called speed. I'm sorry. It refers to how slow or fast. Is the manner of speaking slow or fast? The manner of speaking in this song is slow. So what is the word choice? How did the singer or songwriter organize the words to understand the meaning of the poem as a whole? So it says here that the word choice, the songwriter uses the words stupid girl, I'm not a princess, in a fairy tale, you let me down, I was naive, To convey that she should have not fallen for someone who wouldn't value her worth. Alright, so for the seventh criteria, we have cohesion. How did the speaker-songwriter organize the words or phrases? The songwriter started the first verse with the hint that the girl regrets her relationship. It was interrelated to the chorus of the songs, which says that the relationship she is in is far from a fairy tale and that she would have never go back to the relationship again. The last verse supports the idea of the first verse. And the last criteria is called correctness. Does the speaker uses precise grammar in the text? So the speaker used a in the text. Precise grammar in the text. Some of the words are informal like ain't, but it doesn't affect the meaning of the song of the entirety. The word ain't is a slang which suggests that the author might be somehow a teenager because or just like an opinion with this. So on your modules, you will see lesson 8 evaluating listening text. You have to go to page 33 for lay us along as the journey, and you have to answer the following questions here. So I want you to listen to the song, the journey, or read the lyrics so you would understand. So for learning task 2, I forgot to put the number of the page in the module, but I want you to go to your English module and browse, look at the lesson 8 and search for learning task 2. So match the items in column B with the description in column A. Write the letter of your answer below. For the next one, for learning task 3, you have to examine or read the farewell message of President Barack Obama on page 35 and answer the following questions below. As for your last part of your worksheet, you have to answer learning task 4 in analyzing the speech and learning task 3 by accomplishing the table below. So we have studied these indicators in listening text. I want you to apply your knowledge and transfer it in here by using the speech conducted by President Barack Obama. It's in your module in English. Now, I'd like to end my um, lesson in this quotation. It says here that courage is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm by Winston Churchill. So courage isn't defined as you see your enemy. You have courage because you know that your enemy is weak. That's not courage. True courage is standing up from every failure that you've committed, probably in the past. So sometimes we're too harsh on ourselves and we don't want to move forward just because we failed at something that sometimes we're really good at. So courage is going from failure to failure. It means that means not giving up. Even if you feel that you failed 1,000 times, your time will still come. But it will not come if you will just stay in your place. You have to progress and keep your heart doing what it really wants to do. For example, you wanted a dream and you have dreamed this impossible dream. You may be, you may experience failure all along, but it doesn't mean that you have to give up. You should always keep on going, though it's hard, because that's courage. It means that even if you know that you're gonna fail, or even if you know that there's no chance, you're still giving it a shot. And that's true courage. And applying it in the modular times right now, we have to be very courageous in everything we do, because we just need to be we just need to continue in life even if there's a pandemic. We have to reach our dreams despite the situation we are in. So that's it. Thank you very much for attending or for listening to this um, YouTube presentation of our lesson. I hope you understood every bit of its information. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!